Hi, Rosann.
Hello, Dorothy. How are you today?
Well, fantastic,
Yeah.
We have been talking about doing something together.
Yeah, for a long time.
For a long time. Even though I know you for ages,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it seems to me that we seldom have a chance to work together in a project.
Yeah.
But this time we finally have this chance.
Yeah.
And I would love to share you with all the parents.
All the parents.
Especially from what I know, a lot of Hong Kong parents, Chinese parents, have a hard time, trying to find the right school for their kids if they're going overseas. Knowing you for ages, and I know you are an expert. Why don't you spend some time and tell the audience, the parents, your background, so that they know what we're up to.
Right. Well, folks, Dorothy isn't kidding. We have known each other for a while. We met while I was teaching at Hong Kong University. For years, I've been interested in the growth and changes in Hong Kong families. I have a family myself. I'm married into a Korean-Chinese family. I have 3 daughters. We met at the university, but right now, I've been working in one of Hong Kong's international schools. And those 10 years with teenagers have helped me to see the pressures on our teenagers today. The world of work has changed, the nature of higher education has changed, so our kids are sometimes just overwhelmed with how will they figure out what kind of schooling is good for them. I think the enriching thing about my background is that I've worked at the university level and I've worked at the secondary school level. I've given speeches and I have some printed research. So I like working with families, Dorothy. I really do.
Great. Because I always have some parents call in and sort of panic because they really want to have the best schooling for their kids.
Of course.
Yeah, and Chinese spend a fortune in education.
We all do.
Yeah. But the sad thing is we always choose the wrong one. And what I mean by wrong one is that they might send their kid to a wrong country, going to a wrong university, and as a result, their children suffer. When something like that happened to a family, the parent will blame each other. Why didn't you do this? Do you know? Have you done any research? And then they will say, I've been to an education expo, right? I've been to some sort of forum.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is, without knowing what exactly is going on, they have to trust the experts. But are the experts really helping them? May I ask you, with your experience, what kind of fear or danger or what kind of issue will a parent have when they try to pick a university or a country for their kids to go to?
Okay, number one issue, the parents can't really do the picking, but they do have to help. The students, on the other hand, we have to find out what makes that student tick. What are the real skills or interests or potential of that particular student? Because that student has to learn in college, but eventually get a job in the real world. So our young teenagers are sometimes absolutely overwhelmed by what they see in the computer. Is that the real world or not? What they know of their parents' jobs or their grandparents' jobs, is that the real world or not? And here we sit right on the edge of, China is changing faster than almost any country in the world. So our kids wonder, well, is it China that I'm looking at change? Is it my folks and pleasing them? Or do I look on the computer and find some school in the United States or Australia or Canada? And it's not surprising that the kids are just not sure how to choose. I think the hardest thing with an advisor or an education consultant is you don't know what they're trying to sell you. And parents have every right to say, what is your background? Is some school paying you to send my kid to that school? And I think the more you take time with parents to understand why they think as they do, because parents really do know a lot about how the general economy works. They know about Hong Kong, China, Asia. Hong Kong people are kind of clued in. And of course they want what's right for their kids. But what the parents see and what the child sees, sometimes not the same at all. Perspective can be very different.
So what you can bring in, this time we are going to put together 2 seminars, and one in May and one later on during the summertime. What are you going to bring in these 2 seminars? What do you expect to share with the parents?
I'm going to see what the parent questions are, of course, but I want parents to know that their views are valid. Parents need to have some confidence that what they've been watching on television and reading in the newspapers and getting on the web, it's not wrong information. But there is so much information out there now that we can assess it together. I'd also like, so that's one thing, is working with parents. I'd also like to be able to work with the youngsters to hear what does that youngster think is success for that youngster. Parents hear the word lawyer, solicitor, accountant, doctor, the traditional professions. But now we have professions like soundtrack designer for use with video games. And now we have the development of mobile homes. Did we ever think we would have mobile homes in an urban place like Hong Kong? But mobility and living are bringing out new characteristics. And then we find kids who had talents that have to do with the voice and have to do with their own muscular coordination. They might not be academic stars, but they have something to offer this world. There are places now where they can use those skills. I'd like to help connect up the schools that offer a broad range of programs for kids who have a broad range of skills, for parents who don't know what the kids have to offer or what the schools have to offer. We need to take time together. And that's what we're going to be doing over these 2 sessions. Emphasis on understanding the potential of your child and emphasis on what are the different kinds of schools. So that's where we're going.
Create a perfect match.
Well, at least dynamic search. If not the match, a dynamic search.
Wow, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it could be good.
Okay.
I think it could be good.
Thank you, Rosann.
Thank you. Thank you.